There's a couple ways to get rid of debt, and I want to go over something that a lot of people don't, I don't think they even realize this. So Dave Ramsey says on a regular basis, eat beans and rice, rice and beans, save all your money, pay down your debt, drive a beater, turn off the electricity, turn off the internet in your house, turn down the heat, wear a coat in the summer to stay warm or whatever. I know it's crazy. Most of what he says is crazy. But I agree with him when it comes to getting out of debt and being debt-free on consumer debt, not business debt or debt that actually makes you money or builds wealth, like in real estate. But getting out of debt is something you should do, consumer debt. You want to get out of consumer debt as fast as possible. And Dave talks about the snowball method. There's also an avalanche method. And then we have the fortress banking system that combines snowball, avalanche, and using your credit to rapidly reduce your debt. But I want to say this. It is easier to make money than it is to save money. So let me repeat that. It is easier to make money than it is to save money. So it's easier to make an extra $10,000 than save $10,000. Because in order to save $10,000, you generally need to make $20,000 to $30,000, depending on your tax bracket. So it's better to just make the extra money than trying to save it. And if you make the extra money, you then can apply that money to your debt and start snowballing and getting out of debt faster. One of the things that we teach you inside of Fortress University is to start working on your debt, but to work on reducing your taxes and take the savings from the tax, apply it to the debt, and essentially let Uncle Sam pay off your debt for you. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just simply have your CPA file your tax return just like millions of other people. They blindly hire CPAs that are not tax professionals. They're certified public accountants that may or may not know anything about taxes. Most CPAs don't know the first thing about taxes. They know how to file a tax return, but they are not tax professionals. And this is why I think most people pay more than they're legally required to pay in taxes. In fact, a recent study that Forbes did said that 96% of Americans paid more than they're legally required to pay. 96% of Americans pay more in federal income tax than they're legally required to pay. And I believe it is because they use CPAs to file their tax returns and not a tax professional. So one of the things I want you to do is work on your credit, work on your taxes, and work on your debt all at the same time so we can start hammering away at that debt.